Hilary Duff is coming back for Lizzie McGuire.
Are you kidding? I'm freaking out. Hey guys, welcome back to another vlog. This is the Hearst fam. My name is Chelsea if you guys are new. We're actually in California today. Super stoked about it. And my husband is picking lemons.
Fam?
So,
It is many lemons.
are you excited?
This is so wholesome and like makes their own, like no normal people don't do that.
So we wanted to start this video off by just making some lemonade because
We love lemonade.
and then we're gonna sit down and talk to you guys about how we met, kind of like our love story, how we went from being long distance, meeting on Twitter, and getting married. Oh wow, that's incredible.
Let's do a big one. Dude, it like automatically puts it in reverse and stuff. It's kind of cool. Put it in reverse, Derek! Dude, I will give you all $10 that I have to drink that.
Wait, how many lemons have you done so
You wouldn't
far?
have any teeth left.
That looks so good. Hey now, this is what dreams are made of. Woo!
Lizzie McGuire's back. The world is a better place for it. Hallelujah.
Dude, this lemonade's really good.
Thank you.
So for those of you guys who don't know who we are a 21-year-old couple, like each of us are 21, and we live in Georgia. We didn't originally come from there though. Nick is from the good old state of Florida, and I am from the grand old state called Illinois. You can start.
Okay, yeah, so like she said, I'm from Florida. She's from the grand state of Illinois, if you call it that. Would you call it that?
No, it was like small town USA. Loved my people and all the friends that I had, but it was pretty like, I mean, small town, 10,000 people.
Hey, my Illinois family, I love you, but like we need to
Right.
work on them roads.
Yeah.
Okay? Them roads is Our love story began November 4th
Did you
of
forget?
2016.
Yes.
Of 2016. I looked on my Twitter feed that day and I saw that this girl had liked a lot of my tweets, and so I visited her profile and I shot her a DM message on Twitter at that time. I can actually probably go back and read it and show it to you if you would like that. Okay, here we go, guys. I found them. I found it. I said, love your channel, keep chasing Jesus. She said, thanks so much. I'm reading this backwards. And she asked me if I was going to Passion. I said, sure enough.
Which Passion is a conference for lovers who want to...
No, that's not true. It's a conference, you've probably heard of it, through Passion City Church in Atlanta.
Yes.
And then she told me some of her friends that we know in common. And so yeah, and then we just planned to meet in Atlanta. And then that happened. We talked on FaceTime for quite a few nights leading up to January. So this was in November and the event was in January. So in those 2 months we talked a lot on FaceTime. And then where did we meet in Atlanta?
We met at a Grindhouse Killer Burgers in Atlanta, and then we like spent the whole weekend together pretty much. He brought one of his friends, I brought a lot of my friends, and I would say to kind of speed this story up, because I know that we don't want to like involve all of the details, but met in Atlanta, and this is some, just prefacing this because a lot of people are kind of like,
say it.
we both were like singing, worshiping, you know, when you see Christians raising their hands in places of worship, like that's a normal thing. So we were doing that right next to each other, and so we were just worshiping, and I felt like I wouldn't say it was like a big old voice, but I heard from the Lord that I was standing next to my future husband. And this doesn't happen for, like, this rarely, I've never really heard of this happening, maybe with like a few people, but Nick had the same exact experience in that place, which was so weird.
Yeah, so we walked out of that arena in that session, and Chelsea said, she didn't allude to anything like
about
that.
each other.
She just said that the Lord really spoke to me in that last session. And I said, oh, that's crazy. What did he say? Because I feel as though God spoke to me as well.
And I tried to cover it up, say, oh, it was just about our friends.
Yeah.
And just what they're doing here in not LA, Atlanta.
Yeah, I got kind of discouraged because I was like, oh man, well maybe it was just me like talking to myself and wishing that I had heard something for confirmation that didn't actually happen. So I was thinking it was like confirmation bias and all sorts of things. But Chelsea and I finally got one-on-one, and we actually had a real legitimate conversation later on in the basement of a hotel. Not the basement, but like the lobby of a hotel.
And we just got real with each other and told each other that had happened.
Yeah. And we just kind of sat there, like we didn't really know like what to really do, and we were like, I mean, awesome. I hope that. Yeah, so it was kind of a little bit of an awkward moment.
Because we wanted to get to know each other before we started dating, and we had talked to each other on FaceTime beforehand, knew that we had feelings for each other.
Yeah.
But we didn't start dating until Nick flew out a few months afterwards, around in February, like the middle of February, he flew out.
Yeah, that's right.
And then my dad was like, yo, when are you gonna ask my daughter to date you?
I was very taken back by that. I was like, my dad didn't
what? Say yo, but
yeah.
He was like, he pulled Nick aside like in the backyard and was like, you're here, you came to Illinois, why aren't you guys dating yet?
That, sir, is a great question. I'll do it today. And I did it the same day. Yep. I went by this cool little pond lake thing, and I just subtly asked Chelsea, like as the sun was setting, like, hey, do you want to like this thing for real?
But before that, just get more cheesy, mushy, we were sitting by the river.
I forget about this. It's the lake. It's like a pond, big pond lake sort of thing.
I guess I was just like super crushing hard or something, but we were like starting to talk about, you know, what we love about life, and, you know, our morals and values, typical things you talk about when you get to know each other. And then we just like stared at each other, and then
it was so like, oh my gosh.
Intense.
Like now looking back, if I was like watching two other people in that moment, I would be like,
he told me he loved me before he asked me out.
And then I kissed her.
Yeah.
And then I asked her out.
It was, I love you, kiss, and then let's date. So after that had happened, we started dating each other. We went through a lot of ups and downs. I went through like pretty like intense spurt of mental illness. For those of you guys who saw that video, it was pretty extreme, but Nick was there with me through the whole thing.
Those first 2 months were hard.
Then we decided to move to the same area after a year, and I never wanted to stay in Illinois. Nick never really wanted to stay in his small
town.
We
weren't married at this time. We just moved, like it was almost like we were moving for college or something, like most like young adults do. So we both moved. I moved from Florida to Atlanta in September of 2017, and then Chelsea moved to Atlanta in December of 2017. So it was about 2 months difference, pretty close. And then we just dated for like another year in the same city. I think we lived about 15 minutes apart. So we had the incredible opportunity last October to go to Israel. And on the Sea of Galilee in Israel, I actually got to ask Chelsea to marry me, which was magical. And I don't understand how, but she said yes. And
now we're here.
Got married in March of this year, and now we're doing life. And getting to love on each other. Yeah,
currently in LA, and we're with some friends. We were in a movie together called Switch, which was really fun, but the same people who produced that movie made another one called Catching Faith 2, which is what we'll see this week premiering.
Yeah.
And I was awesome. Kelsey in that movie, which is pretty cool. So we'll leave a link down below for you guys to check out the movie if you want to watch that or not, whatever you do in your free time. That's our love story, and I don't know if that was short or long.
If you're single, don't compromise. Don't do it. It's a trap.
Don't compromise your values, what matters most to you. It's easier said than done.
Don't settle for less.
Definitely did that in high school, but yes, that's one thing that will just save your time.
Wait for a good guy or a good girl.
I wouldn't even say just good.
No, because good is like subjective. Wait for someone that like really fits with you. Like you guys connect. like really well, just different than you've ever connected with somebody else. I think that's like huge.
You know
Yeah.
when that happens.
Yeah. Yep.
We love you guys. We appreciate you. Thanks so much for tuning into this video. If you want to win any Starbucks gift cards for this week, then make sure to follow us on Instagram. We'll leave them right here.
Follow us on the gram, fam. If you want to win some coffee or some refreshers or some of them egg bites that
Those are my
Starbucks
favorite.
got.
Let us know what else you guys want to see. Like this video for more videos like this, relational topics, all of that sort of stuff.
But you're not a real subscriber if you don't hit the bell. I'm just saying.
Are they even subscribed?
No, they're not, because YouTube's algorithm doesn't allow you to see all the videos in your feed. So isn't that a shame? It just tickles us pink.
We love you guys. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.